This is The After Party, live with Kim McAllister. Pick a couch, grab a drink, and settle into the conversation.
Hey everybody, it is The After Party live on this Trivia Thursday. Am I on? Can you hear? Is this thing live? Yesterday, I did the first 10 minutes of the show just to myself. So I'm glad that we're all here together. I've been peeking at the chat as I apply a fresh coat of lip gloss in between shows. And then I thought, why am I doing that? You guys don't care if I have lip gloss on or not. Who am I trying to impress? Come on now. Yeah. Hey, Nolaphidian, what is going on, everybody? Phineas reminds us that at 5 p.m. Pacific this evening, the Nikki Maduro show will be on. It is cocktails, mocktails, and politics. The clothes stay on, but the inhibitions come off, and we really let it all fly as far as our political opinions go. Rhonda can't wait to hear the granny story. Okay, I'm going to get to that in a minute, and it is satisfying, as Tim Sika says, and delicious. So we'll do that in just a moment. Phineas with a suggestion. Did you get my suggestion to get Mark a signature embroidered Mickey ears hat? I don't think he would wear it. It would be money wasted. So I don't know about that. I see you guys are doing a lot of sharing of recipes in the chat. So that's kind of fun. Yeah, I love it. Okay, let's jump in because I have this granny story, which I think is awesome. And it's about, we get scammed, especially older folks get scammed, where people call and they convince these older folks to give them money in various ways, access to account information, access to computers, convince older people that a family member is in trouble and they somehow need to send money. Right? Well, what about this to fight against the scammers? This is AI Granny. Her name is Daisy. She's an AI-generated grandma, and she tells these long-winded stories about her kitty cat. This is a thing because the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, they estimate that last year, last year, a one year total, U.S. consumers lost a record $10 billion due to fraud. It was a 14% increase from the year prior. So scammers, we know, target older, vulnerable people. They often do it over the phone. In the UK, 2/3 of UK residents over the age of 75 that were surveyed said they had experienced at least one fraud attempt in the last 6 months of the survey. 40% said they faced frequent fraud attempts. So now they have developed awesome computer developers, this AI-generated UK grandmother named Daisy, and she speaks with these bad actors. She wastes as much of their time as possible using ChatGPT large language models. She goes on and on about knitting, her family, her cat. She keeps them on the phone. And what happens when she keeps them on the phone, the longer she talks to them, the less time they have to scam your real grandma, right? Every minute spent frustratingly chatting with Daisy about made-up family daily chores is 1 minute less that a scammer can be targeting a real person. So Grandma Daisy is the newest member of the fraud prevention team. Now, we won't go on and on with Granny, but let's take a listen to what Granny sounds like. There she is.
And it's not just our grandparents. I was one of them. But this film isn't about getting scammed. This is about getting even. Meet my friend, Daisy.
Hello, scammers. I'm your worst nightmare. I'm an AI created by O2 to waste phone scammers' time. So W's then a dot.
3 times W and then dot.
I think your profession is bothering people, right?
I'm just trying to have a little chat.
It's nearly been an hour. For the love of
Gosh, how time flies. It's showing me a picture of my cat, Fluffy.
It's showing you the picture of your cat, Fluffy.
Stop calling me dear, you stupid.
Got it, dear. Because while they're busy talking to me, they can't be scamming you. And let's face it, dear, I've got all the time in the world.
So whilst you're out enjoying life, Daisy and O2 are here fighting scammers, taking calls and wasting hundreds and hundreds of hours of scammers' time. If you want to help Daisy and O2 ruin a scammer's day, you can report scam numbers to 77.
Anyway, so there's Grandma Daisy, and she sounds pretty realistic, I think. I mean, it's pretty good, Grandma Daisy. And for all the time we spend worried about AI, this is kind of I'll call it satisfying use of AI. Yeah, it's pretty good. And you can hear how frustrating it is for scammers. They have and what we were just listening to is the recordings of conversations with scammers and Daisy, and she's basically trolling them, talking about her cat Fluffy. And she's so nice when they get mad. Oh dear, it's okay. She gives scammers false personal information. She can give them bogus banking details so they think they're actually defrauding a real person. And apparently the scammers are getting really rattled. They're yelling expletives at her. They get really upset. She doesn't care. One of them said, "Stop calling me dear, you stupid beep." Got it, dear, she says. So it's all about voice to text AI model. They use that to transcribe the speech of the scammer. Then they take that text and they run it through another AI model that drafts a response using relevant content. And it happens really fast. And then another text-to-speech model vocalizes that response with the sound of a senior-aged woman. And it all happens in seconds. And it really makes scammers think they're talking to someone who is a real person. They deliberately used an older woman for this because, as we mentioned, older folks are disproportionate targets of these scams. So she's programmed to have these long-winded, meandering is the word they use, conversations to keep these scammers chit-chatting. This model has reportedly already kept numerous scammers on the phone for more than 40 minutes. That's beautiful. Love it. So if you, in the UK, and hopefully they do something like this in other places in the world, including here in the United States. But what they have is they ask the people that are being scammed to call the number that they receive, text it to a certain number in the UK, which then sends the call right to the Daisy hotline. And then Grandma Daisy takes over. So there are some scammers, though, that are using similar AI tools to launch new attacks on people. So while AI seems to be helping with Granny Daisy in this one regard, it's also being used against us in others, especially with fake voices that allow scammers to think to dupe grandparents into thinking that their grandkids are in trouble and sending money. So that uses AI often. But I love this Grandma Daisy thing, and hopefully it takes off. I love that she's keeping them occupied and keeping them away from you. I love Grandma Daisy. So I know we don't talk about politics on this show, but you know what we do talk about? Fun things like, I don't know, considering getting away from Trump 2.0 by checking out of America. You're not alone. And the world knows it. As a matter of fact, you can get a house for about $1 in Sardinia. There's a little town, an Italian village called Olalai, and the mayor there says they've been getting these tens of thousands of people asking about moving there. And so they've come up with a plan at Olalai on the island of Sardinia. They're selling some dilapidated properties that they have there for about $1. They need to boost their population anyway. So they're welcoming immigrants from America and other places to this island. They've got a web page trying to entice Americans to relocate. They said they're going to give American migrants the priority dibs here. And they ask on the website, are you warned out? They say warned. Are you warned out by global politics, looking to embrace a more balanced lifestyle while securing new opportunities? Well, it's time to start building your European escape in the stunning paradise of Sardinia. Really nice beaches, an hour's drive away. There's a selection of houses for just over $1. They say many buyers have already renovated these properties. If maybe you don't want a home project, they're ready to move into homes for £83,000. That's super cheap. They say expats will get help finding contractors and navigating bureaucracy as part of a fast track procedure to help get you set up. The mayor, his name is Francesco Colombo, says the website was specifically created after Trump's win left some Americans worried about the future of the country. They say we really want and will focus on Americans above all. They say we can't ban people from other countries to apply, but Americans will have a fast track procedure. We are betting on them, us, to help us revive the village. They, he says, are our winning card. Okay. 40,000 requests for information coming in regarding the dollar houses in Sardinia. Not the first time they've done this. They did something a little similar in 2018, though not with a focus targeted on people disillusioned with the election. But they've got a population problem in Olalai. I hope I'm saying it right. They're trying to reverse this decline in their population. They had 2,250 people, and in the last half century, it's dwindled to 1,300. A lot of the younger folks there moved to bigger towns and cities to get jobs and have successful careers. So population 1,300 there in Olalai, Sardinia, but I'm guessing they'll have a lot more people popping over to make Olalai, Sardinia in Italy their new home. Are you thinking about it? Anybody going to call? I'm going to the chat. Are you going to check it out? Yeah. Murphy's, this says they've already had this offer running. It's true. Karen says, yeah, it sounded familiar to me too. But now, see, they have a reason, right? Karen says it would be a huge culture shock. What a smart thing to do, though, as they see people are maybe looking to check out, to remind them that this is going on. Yeah. Heather says, I'd be tempted, but I'm too attached to my cars. Yeah, put those cars on a boat and send them to Sardinia. Nullifidian says Sardinia has a really beautiful cave, too. Do they? I didn't know. Cave Sardinia. Let's look it up. Oh, you know what? We've seen it on the show before. You know what's in Sardinia is Neptune's grotto. Yeah. So there's Neptune's grotto right there. Wonderful. Thank you for reminding me. Calvin says I'd really consider it if I could have employment figured out there. There are a lot of people, though, nowadays that have these remote jobs and they could work from anywhere. My husband is one such employee. He works 100% remotely. So he could go anywhere. Now we have children in school. They have activities. For me, picking up and moving across the world isn't really feasible. But if you didn't have kids that you needed to be, more stable for, if you could just pick up and go anywhere and work from anywhere and not worry about having to find a job when you get there, nice. Yeah. Peter Newton says noted sustainable architecture and Berkeley professor Sim van der Rin passed recently. Yeah, I saw that. Famous buildings and their architects would be good trivia. Ooh, architecture trivia. Interesting. I'll look into it. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. And thank you for passing that on. Absolutely. All right. Well, you never know. Maybe Sardinia might not be such a bad move. Here's one picture of it. Here's another picture of this town. Nice little courtyard area, old buildings, not a lot of people. Looks like plenty of parking until the Americans come. And then there's nowhere to park, right? Those streets are going to be packed. Yeah, pretty vacant. Let's talk about this one. This is a story about how we do things a little differently if there's someone watching us. So, washing the dishes while you're alone is different than washing the dishes when people are standing on the other side of the kitchen counter watching you? I don't know. Apparently, we come by this trait honestly. There's an article in Popular Science that says, like humans, chimps often perform tasks differently when crowds are watching. They think this is a psychological trait that may have evolved before self-conscious human societies even formed. They say human beings, whatever we're doing, whether it's academic, artistic, social, whatever our activity, is often influenced by the size of the crowd around us. But researchers say some of our closest animal relatives do the same thing. New evidence indicates psychological influences on crowd size date back to well before the evolution of human cultures that put a value on authority or how much attention you're getting. Chimpanzees, it turns out, according to a study published November 8th in the journal iScience, appear susceptible to the audience effect in certain social situations. So see this whole thing with, and I'll mention his name, but I don't usually, I'll just say the president-elect and his whole focus on crowd size, right? Maybe it's kind of somewhere tucked in the back of our brain to have this effect on us. The research was done in Japan at Kyoto University. So they have chimps there that interact with humans through the use of these touchscreen-based food reward experiments. The team offered 6 chimps 3 different numerical-based touchscreen tasks. They were different in their complexity and the cognitive requirements necessary to be successful at this. The first one, they needed to touch numbers in sequence after they appeared in order on the screen. The second one required them to select the numbers in order, but only after numbers displayed in different places across the screen. And the third task, they had the most difficulty with. They had to select the numbers in order one more time, but this time, all the numbers would disappear when they pressed a single digit. So that required them to memorize the positions in real time. Then they analyzed each chimp's performance results. They did this testing over 6 years. And they reviewed the data. Chimps' average performances improved by a statistically significant amount on their most difficult task when increased numbers of fellow experimenters were there. For the easiest task, the animals performed worse if they knew more chimps or familiar humans were standing by. So the findings suggest how much humans care about witnesses and audience members are not specific to our species. That if chimps also pay special attention toward audience members while they perform these tasks, The co-author writes, it stands to reason that these audience-based characteristics would have evolved before reputation-based societies emerged in our great ape lineage. The fact that they seem to be affected by human audiences, even depending on the difficulty of the task, suggests this relationship is more complicated than we would have initially expected. I don't know what neurologically triggers these behavior changes in both the chimps and in us. So they want to study this a little bit more. And we could have told you, right? People do things differently, behave differently when they're in front of someone else. You know, I don't know. This doesn't surprise me. Let's stick with science for a hot minute. This is a human cell atlas, kind of like a Google map for health research. Scientists from around the world are working on this, and they're actually getting a lot done. They're making some headway, they say, in compiling a human cell atlas, looking into the different types of cells in the body, their roles in health and disease. Not done yet, but 40 different scientific papers on cell research published Wednesday in the journal Nature say that the goal is getting much closer to making this roadmap for cells and the way they operate in the human body. The chief scientist at the World Health Organization, Dr. Jeremy Farrar, says this landmark collection of papers from the International Human Cell Atlas community underscores tremendous progress toward mapping every single kind of human cell and how they change as we grow and we age. The insights, he said, emerging from these discoveries are already reshaping our understanding of health and disease, paving the way for transformative health benefits that will impact lives worldwide. The Human Cell Atlas seeks to better understand these cells and their relationships. So, more than 3,600 scientists from 100 countries worldwide have been working together doing this work of cataloging more than 100 million cells from a diverse group of more than 10,000 people. Any first draft of the Human Cell Atlas will contain data on billions of cells from all organs and tissues. They're looking at three key aspects of research. One, mapping cells from developed adult tissues and organs. Two, mapping cells from tissues and organs still in development. And three, exploring new means of analyzing these cells, and that includes the use of AI as well. So this is science at work. As we go into this administration coming up that doesn't necessarily believe in science, here's a silver lining for people that are disillusioned. This good work is still going on around the world. There are real scientists around the world that are working on this. And just because we push a 4-year pause on any developments or meaningful monies being given to research in the United States, I'm assuming, doesn't mean that other scientists aren't doing that work around the world. And so there you have it. Progress continues. Here's another story about a granny. Not an AI granny. This is a real granny. I call her Push-Up Granny. She's from Canada, and this grandma just broke the world for push-ups. Go get it, grandma. She did 1,575 push-ups in 1 hour, and that gets her her second Guinness World Record title. Her name is Donna Jean. Donna Jean is from Alberta, Canada, Beezer, Alberta. She's 59 years old. She has the title now for the most push-ups in 1 hour for a female. She also managed to surpass her previous record with 17 minutes of her attempt remaining. Here's what Donna Jean had to say. I had to fight back the happy tears and emotions kept going. I still felt quite strong and I was aiming for a high number of push-ups to complete in the next 17 minutes. So she previously set the record for the longest time in an abdominal plank position. She stayed in a plank for 4 hours, 30 minutes, and 11 seconds. And the training for that, she said, allowed her to take on the push-up challenge. She was watched, speaking of having an audience, by 11 of her 12 grandkids. They were there to see grandma get the world record for the most push-ups for a female. So that's pretty cool. Well done, Grandma Donna Jean at 59. Wow, that's a lot of grandkids by 59. 59 and she has 12 grandkids? She must have started having kids early, I'm thinking. I don't know. You talk about this one. I've meant to get this story to you for a couple of days. This is a story about an ancient Egyptian ritual potion that we now understand included hallucinogens and bodily fluids. It was served in cups shaped like the head of Bes. It's Bes is the name of this character. It's one of the most celebrated deities in ancient Egypt, Bes-On, described as an impish feline god associated with motherhood, childbirth, and homes. And there's archaeological evidence indicating that the popularity of Bes was widespread and lasted for thousands of years. And they had these ceramic drinking vessels we now call Bes mugs or Bes vases. And you can see they've found multiple Bes mugs or Bes vases. There's 4 of them in this picture here. But researchers now say they can confirm their previous hypothesis that many key ritualistic ingredients were found inside of these mugs, and that perhaps this is even why Egyptians broke out their Bes mugs to drink this stuff. There are hallucinogenic plants and bodily fluid residue. So it's not the first time that scientists have tried to study what's, the residue left inside. They think sacred water, wine, beer, or milk, medicinal liquids, perfume were possible explanations as to what went into this ceremonial mug. Finally, they've solved the mystery. At the University of Southern Florida, there's an expert that was analyzing samples scraped from the inside lining of a rare 2nd century Bes mug, which is now at the Tampa Museum of Art. They used cutting-edge proteomics, metabolomics, genetics techniques, and synchrotron radiation. Very sciencey over there. They also used Fourier transformed infrared microspectroscopy. And they've published their findings November 13th in Nature's Scientific Reports. And here's what they say. For the first time, they say we were able to identify all of the chemical signatures of the components of the liquid concoction contained in the Tampa Museum of Art's Bes mug, including the plants used by the Egyptians. So they pointed to the presence of Peganum hermala, or Syrian rue. The seeds of that plant are known to induce dreamlike visions through their alkaloids. They also detected another plant, blue water lilies, which can act as a psychoactive sedative. So they've concluded, based on these 2 plant residue findings, that they were deliberately used as sources for psychoactive substances for ritual purposes. Along with fruit-based alcohol, apparently Egyptians flavored this drink with pine nuts, honey, and sesame seeds, while the addition of grapes and possibly licorice gave the liquid a blood-like hue. But additional chemical elements indicate the Bes mug's contents weren't just imitations of bodily fluids, they were also a vital part of this drink itself. The plant-based substances showed up in addition to a high presence of human proteins within this residue. So many of the proteins, they say, fell within the categories normally classified as a contamination, but they identified other proteins. The deliberate addition of human fluids like breast milk, mucus fluids, oral or vaginal, and blood. The bodily secretions, they say, line up with Bess's association with pregnancy, fertility, and the household. So, a little squirt of the breast milk, some psychoactive plant additions, some dreamlike qualities. People, Egyptologists, believe that people visited the Bess chambers when they wished to confirm a successful pregnancy, because pregnancies in the ancient world were pretty dangerous. So they believe, the researchers, that this mixture of psychedelic plants, alcohol, and human-derived ingredients may have been used in a dream vision, inducing a magic ritual within the context of this dangerous period of childbirth. They may have involved the Egyptian myth of the solar eye, in which Bess defeated the blood-craving goddess Hathor by offering her an alcoholic sedative-laced drink disguised as blood. And the researchers say this religion is one of the most fascinating, puzzling aspects of ancient civilizations. But with this study, they found scientific proof that Egyptian myths have some kind of truth in what they actually carried out. So, helping them shed light on these rituals. It's fascinating to me. Okay, we have to start, or we're never going to get to it. How about animal trivia, after party style? Woohoo! You guys ready for it? I have animal trivia all lined up for you. Who's at their keyboard? Who's ready to type? Let's rock and roll. Rev P says civilization has had hallucinogenics from the very beginning. That's true. Human-derived barf. Yeah, pregnancy is dangerous now as well, especially these days, right? More dangerous in America than ever before. Well, you know, I don't know when did Roe v. I don't know the year when we got Roe v. Wade, but not ever before. In my lifetime, at least. Yeah. Rev says now we know where these crazy gods came from. Peter says maybe it's the psychoactive drink that gave me that vision. Oh, and the anxiety attacks I have every night at 3 a.m. since the election. Deep breaths, everybody. We're going to check out of all of that nastiness. And this is good for your soul, Peter. We're doing trivia. Ready? Here it comes. You guys ready for it? Okay. The first question on this Trivia Thursday is going to be this. What is the proper name for a group of kittens? Got a group of kittens? What do we call them? You guys probably knew this. I, however, did not. What is the proper name for a group of kittens? Cuties. That is true, but not the answer I'm looking for. Adorable. Cute. Kitties, says Sandy. A tumble of kittens. That would be good, but that is not the answer I'm looking for. A kitten caboodle. A litter. A litter. Cats. It's called, oh my God, adorable, gimme. A pride of kittens, which would make sense because pride of lions, right? All in the same family. No. Here it is, you guys. It is a cuddle puddle. You're so cute. Fluff balls. The answer is a Kindle. A Kindle of kittens. I didn't know it either. A Kindle of kittens. Uh-huh. Next question. What percent does a cat spend its life sleeping? What percentage of a cat's life does it spend sleeping? Yeah, it's a Kindle of kittens. I know. Who knew? We didn't, apparently. Oh, let's see what you guys have. Peter gets it right. Hands down, first answer out of the chute. 70% of a cat's life is spent napping or sleeping. 70%. Peter gets it. Maud gets it. Heather's close. I'm going to throw you in there with the 70 percenters. SJ Lola as well. JT Gordon gets it with 70. Look at you guys. Who else got 70? Rhonda? Yeah. I wish I was a cat. Living the dream. The rest is spent annoying me, says Harry. Next question. What common farm animal doesn't have teeth on their upper jaw? What common farm animal doesn't have any teeth on their upper jaw? It is not a chicken, although it's a good answer. I don't think chicken have teeth at all, do they? They have beaks. Yeah. Yes, it is a goat. Gordon gets it right. Sandy gets it right. Heather gets it right. A sheep. The correct answer is goats and or sheep. They commonly do not have any teeth on their upper jaw. Well done, you guys. Well done. Next one. What object does a male penguin often give to a female penguin to win her over? What object does a male penguin often gift to a female penguin to win her over? A fish? An egg? Scrolling back to see who got it first. I see we get it right. The answer, Heather, appears first on my screen with rock. Yes, kind of like humans, right? Yeah. The gift is a rock. Heather gets it. Deidre gets it. SJ Lola has it. Murphy has it. Trevor knew it. And Walnut Creek knew it. Jennifer's got it. Josh has it. And I see your funny answers there. I will accept a pebble. A pebble is akin to a rock. Donna gets it. Karen gets it. Stephanie gets it. Nice. Well done. No, not an egg. Although you would think, perhaps. You guys like my giraffe animal trivia page I made? Okay, next one. Which fish is known to be the fastest in the ocean? Which fish is known to be the fastest in the ocean? Taking a sip of my Coachella Valley vanilla iced tea, and I tell you, I am addicted to it. And when I say you should really order some if you like iced tea or tea at all, my daughter Julia loves their Earl Grey. I love the vanilla. Ginger Moroccan mint is really good as well. Fastest fish, as I'm sipping on my tea. Not a shark. This may be another word for that. I don't know. Not a shark. The answer is sailfish. So, what's another word for sailfish? What's another name for sailfish? I don't want to say you didn't get it right if there are multiple names for the same animal. Sailfish. I think they just call them marlin versus swordfish versus sailfish. So they are different. I guess the fins are smaller on certain species, but I think I should accept all of these answers if they're very similar creatures. The answer is sailfish. So I will accept sword because I think it's kind of the same. And marlin is very similar, right? Marlin, says Josh. Looking for Secretariat fish now. Donna's got marlin. Yeah. Sailfish is the word. And everyone said either marlin or swordfish, so it looks rather similar. All right, next one. Which type of animal is known to be the fastest bird in the world? Which type of animal is known to be the fastest bird in the world? Fastest bird. It is not the humming. It is a type of falcon. Can you tell me which one? Falcon. I'll accept it. Linda and William, first to the party with that one. Nice. Peregrine falcon is correct. Jennifer L. Nicely done. I'll take it from John as well. Karen, yes. Teacher Lori, you got it. Falcon for Harry, absolutely. Not the Roadrunner, but good answer. Peregrine, yes. Falcon, yes. That's Josh. Nullifidian. Mindy. Donna, you guys got it. Well done, you guys. Okay, next one. Which bird, and I didn't know this one, which bird is unable to move their eyes? Which bird is unable to move their eyes? Yes, Karen with the knowledge right off the bat. First on my screen, it's Karen C with owl. Deidre with owl. Murphy with owl. Linda. William. Gordon. You guys knew it. How did I not have this knowledge? Mars jumping in with owl. Julie C with owl. Stephanie says owl. Rhonda says that's creepy. Oakland DB says it's an owl. Owl. Yeah, Murphy says that is why their head turns, and that is the answer. They cannot, although they can rotate their head nearly 180 degrees, owls cannot move their eyes. All right. Which bird is known to be the smallest in the world? If you can tell me how small it is, you get bonus points in my heart. Which bird is known to be the smallest in the world? Bonus, how small is it? Harry says, but for the answers ahead of time, I got to get one. Oh, you're going to get one, Harry. Thank you for the $5 super sticker. For that, you are a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. It is a type of hummingbird. I see some answers coming in. It's not Tweety, although, Trevor, I appreciate the entry. It's not a finch. My favorite kind of finch is Peter. Humming. Yes, it is a hummingbird. A hummer, says Harry. We'll give you the right answer on that one. Heather says hummingbird. Nullifidian with hummingbird. Mindy. SF Tesla says it. A bumblebee hummingbird, says John Watson. And the answer is yes, it's called a bee hummingbird. And let's see if anybody knows how tiny they are. Hummingbird, 2 centimeters, says Donna. Humming chick, 2 inches. Says Mars. MKM says humming. Teacher Lori says it's a bumblebee hummingbird the size of a queen bee. Harry says it's a bee hummer. And Dieter says, I cheated. It is a bee hummingbird. Okay, so yes, it is a bee hummingbird, and it measures in at 2.25 inches. 2.25 inches. So that's pretty tiny. Yeah, that is really, really small. So little. That's the world's smallest bird. And I think, you know what, even if we don't know the answers to some of these, we learn in the process some interesting factoids that I think will hopefully stick with us. Some of factoids stick with me. Some are gone the moment they, they're in, they're out. Boom. This next question we've covered on the after party recently in a story. What popular, apparently sea creatures have popularity now. What popular sea creature has the ability to clone itself? What popular sea creature has the ability to clone itself? I see you, Judy W. You're here. Seahorses, no is the answer on that. Octopus, no. Sea slug, yes for the jellyfish. Gordon gets it. Jellyfish, is that the first one? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed a whole raft of these. Sandy says jellyfish. Yes, Sandy first to the party on my screen, at least. Jellyfish for Peter Newton as well. Deidre says jellyfish. You got it, girlfriend. Gordon says jelly. That's right. And Gordon with jelly. And teacher Lori with jelly. Yeah. Wonderful. The Kraken, says Louise. So here's the answer. The jellyfish, when cut in half, have the ability to regenerate their cells and create other jellyfish. Here's a question for you. What species of jellyfish are known to have the longest tentacles? What species of jellyfish are known to have the longest tentacles? Sandy learned that at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. The Medusa, says Jennifer. Not the answer I'm looking for. The Portuguese man o' war? Not the answer I'm looking for, unless this is actually called multiple names. Because I see a lot of people saying man o' war. The peanut butter jellyfish, is that a thing? I had no idea. The box jelly, not the answer I'm looking for. Portuguese man o' war, not the answer I'm looking for. A lot of box jellyfish answers. This one from Jennifer. All right. The answer I'm looking for, I have not seen pop up yet, is called the lion's mane jellyfish. Lion's mane jellyfish. Is that also a Portuguese man o' war? Someone has to look that up for me. Lion's mane jellyfish is the jellyfish with the longest tentacles. Yeah. Okay, next question. Which body part does a snake use to detect smells? Which body part does a snake use to detect smells? Looking at the chat. Ooh, you guys are quick on the uptake. Deidre, first to the party on my screen with tongue. Sandy gets it. Jenny L gets it. Jennifer L, sorry. Teacher Lawyer says no, man o' war is different. Okay, cool. Thank you for that. Murphy has it. Josh has it. Nolophidian has it. Gordon and John and Karen, you guys all got that one. Well done. I'm proud. I'm a proud party mama. The nose of a lion changes color, indicating what? The nose of a lion changes color throughout its life, indicating what? Something else I didn't know. Tidbits about creatures. I would have thought so too. Incorrect, but I would have thought so. But you guys knew it. Age. That's right. It indicates their age, Judy W. Judy W has it. Linda has it. Gordon had it. Yeah. No, Josh. But nice. Nice, Nullifidian. Well done. Yeah, the answer is age. So look at that. I didn't know that either. Butterflies use which part of their body to taste? Butterflies use which part of their body to taste? I'm going to taste some vanilla tea right now. You know, right now we're searching for little things to make our lives better. I'm telling you, that vanilla tea, no sugar, so healthy for you, right? But it's got this little taste of vanilla that makes you forget that you're not drinking some type of sugary drink. So good. Refreshing. They use the, let's see. Peter Newton, first to the party with feet. Feet would be correct. They use their feet to taste. Peter and Murphy and Harry with the right answer. See, you kick in $5 and all of a sudden the right answers start coming to you. John gets it as well. Watson and teacher Lori with feet. Feet is correct. Little butterfly feeties. Nice. I'll take legs and feet. Tongue feet, says Donna. That's correct. Limbs may be more accurate. feet. What is the proper term for a rabbit's tail? What is the proper term for a rabbit's tail? Everything tastes like shoe, says Josh. What is the proper term for a rabbit's tail? A stub, says Deidre. I like the answer. I don't know. Fluffy, says Trevor. Lucky Charms, cotton ball. Nub, stub. It has a name. Who knew? William and I did not know this. Fluff, a poof. That would be cute. If that was the real name, that would be darling. Nope. The real name, the proper term for a rabbit's tail, the proper term is called a... Should I give it to you? It's not just a tail, said Sandy. It's called a scut. S-C-U-T, a scut. That is the proper term for a rabbit's tail, scut. Phineas, yes, it is a scut. Yeah, Deidre just learned it. See, we're learning together. The proper term for a rabbit's tail is scut. When dragonflies are mating, what shape do their tails make? When dragonflies are mating, what shape do their tails make? You guys know? I have a picture of it. Hold on. This is really sweet. See if you guys have the answers. Makes a... like a scuttlebutt. Yeah, the scut, right? Heart hands. I'll take it because you said heart. It makes the shape of a heart. So Peter has it. Tammy has it. Trevor has it. It makes the shape of a heart. Is that not sweet? Yeah. I have a picture I just found. I'll put up because I didn't know this either. You guys knew it. As always, so impressive. The knowledge in this group, telling you. Here it is. Here's a picture of a pair of mating dragonflies. Look at that with a heart. Isn't that cute? I feel voyeuristic. I mean, I don't want to look in on them like that, but that's cute. Yeah, makes a shape of a heart. What are the only primates known to be venomous? What are the only primates known to be venomous? And we have a few more questions. I know I don't want to keep you guys all afternoon, but I kind of love this. This is really fun. The only primates known to be venomous. Well done, Trevor. He says Trump. Harry says my ex. Peter says humans. Good answer. The correct one would be given to us by Stephanie, who says the slow laryl. Kind of, yes. The answer is slow lorises. Slow lorises are the only primates that are known to be venomous. Although, yeah, lorises. Who else said lorises? Yeah, Stephanie says lorises. Stephanie's first to the party on this. The Lorax. I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. Yeah, slow lorises. Well done, Stephanie. Look at you go. Which animal's eyes change color to assist them with their vision in certain seasons? Which animal's eyes change color to assist them with their vision in certain seasons? I think we've talked about this on the show before too. So A students in Teacher Lori's class will know the answer is not lions nor cats. Although that may happen to them too. I don't know. Bears? No. Chameleons? No. Tinder girls? No. Deer? Chameleon? No. Lizards, says John. No. Bats, says William. No. Not deer. Not wolves. We had the story on the show recently. Well, not too recently. The answer is reindeer. In winter, their eyes turn blue. In summer, their eyes turn gold or brown. Reindeer is the answer. Which birds are known to be the only birds that can fly backwards? Which birds are known to be the only birds that can fly backward? Oh, reindeer are deer. You know what, Phineas? You are correct. I'll take anyone that said deer. I will accept. My apologies. Can we verify that with Santa? You know what? I think you can. I think you can. Yes, Trevor, first to the party on my screen with hummingbirds. Hummingbirds are the only bird that can fly backwards. So Trevor gets it. Harry gets it. John Watson is on it. Murphy, yes. Sandy, right on. Josh and Karen and Nolaphidian, all with the hummingbird. And Jennifer and Julie, Gordon, good job, you guys. Yeah, the only bird that can fly backwards. Which animal is known to have 32 brains? I guess it's an animal. It's a tiny thing. Which animal is known to have 32 brains? Ugh, creepy. What? A spider. You're on the right track as far as a creepy crawler. Spider says Gordon. Tammy says spider. Worm says John. I think it's a kind of worm. I'm going to accept it. 32 brains, certainly not a human. Definitely not the president-elect. Spiders, centipedes, slugs is probably the closest we've gotten so far. The answer is leeches. Leeches have 32 brains. Who knew? Who knew? Leeches have 32 brains. Yeah. Phineas comes the closest to a right answer on that one. RFK is a worm, says John Doe. Well done. I'll accept that one too. Which common farm animal has rectangular pupils? Which common farm animal has rectangular pupils? This is about how fast you can type, right? Robin leeches? Funny. I love you guys. You are correct. Goat, says JT. Goat is correct with the rectangular pupils. Karen has it too. Sea Dog, Linda, Mindy, William. Goat is correct. It is said that 3% of glaciers are comprised of which animal's urine? It is said, which means not proven, that 3% of glaciers are comprised of which animal's urine? Penguin, says Trevor. Trevor is correct. Penguin pee. Penguin, says Harry, with the right answer again, friend. Sea Dog throwing down penguin. Absolutely. Penguin pee. I didn't know this, and you would think that I would have. God, I have so many good questions for you guys, but I'll throw it down with this. Which part of a chicken's body determines the color of its eggs? Which part of a chicken's body determines the color of its eggs? I would have thought it was dependent on their diet. But apparently, you can look at this part of a chicken's body and know what color eggs they're going to pop out. And I didn't even know chickens had these. Combs, says Murphy. I'm going to say no on that. Nuggets. Which part of the chicken? The nugget? No. The feet? No. The gullet? Nope. Not the feathers, nor the beak, nor the feet, nor the feathers, nor the eyes. Rear end, I'm going to say no. Wings. No? You guys. The butt, the gizzard, the lips, the fingers. Trevor comes the closest. The answer is their earlobes. I didn't even know if chickens had earlobes. Is this some kind of joke question? Their earlobes. Red earlobed chickens lay brown eggs. White earlobed chickens lay white eggs. What the holy hell? Are you serious? Yeah, that's why I had to do this question. I'm telling you. Is that even true? Well, this is what the trivia question. We never questioned the trivia, right? Yeah. Red earlobe chickens lay brown eggs. White earlobe chickens lay white eggs. I'm not even joking. How bizarre, says Judy. I'm telling you. Earlobes. Weird, says John. What about Easter eggs? Well, there's a whole other thing about that, right? They didn't say. Perhaps their earlobes are different colors as well. Linda says, we have chickens that lay blue eggs, one white, one brown, one black. Okay, scientific experiment, Linda. I want you to look at their earlobes and then compare the colors of eggs that they have. Do the same earlobed colored chickens always deliver the same eggs? Scientific study at Linda's house. All right. Green eggs and ham. I'm telling you. I'm really not done. I only have a couple more questions, like 3 more. Should we do 3 more? Let's throw it down fast. What is the proper name for the underside of a horse's hoof? The proper name for the underside of a horse's hoof. I'm not getting that close to any chicken. Karen, yes, it is a frog. The underside of a horse's hoof is called a frog. That is correct. Yes, Karen gets it fast. Linda also gets it. Murphy gets it. I saw Linda's name with it. Very good. Okay, quickly with the next one. The genus Equus includes which 3 mammals? The genus Equus includes which 3 mammals? Well, Teacher Lori Googled it. They have some hanging skin around their ear. Thank you for Teacher Lori and her quick research. Well done. Yes, for Deidre. Oh, let's see who had it first. Jennifer says horse. That's 1. William says horse. Sandy says horses, zebras, and donkeys. Sandy is correct. Deidre is correct. Yes, horse, donkey, zebra. Linda says yes. Karen says it too. Murphy's got it. Nice, you guys. Okay, and last question of this animal trivia. What is the proper name for a herd of zebra? What is the proper name for a herd of zebra? This should be the proper name for a term of after-partiers. The proper name for a term of zebra, or for a group of zebra, a herd of zebra, is called a stripes, prison, a barcode, a zerd, zippy, a zerbalata, a gaggle. Nice, I like that one. A gaggle, a lunch, or maybe it's time for lunch. Lunch for tigers. The answer is, you ready for it? A dazzle. It's a dazzle of zebra. Isn't that great? A dazzle. Thus ends animal trivia for this Trivia Thursday. Thank you for playing along. I had a really good time with you guys today. I'm so appreciative of the contributions coming in. We've got Harry with a $5 super chat. Thank you for that. These contributions keep this show going, and I just couldn't be more grateful. And thank you to Wes, always every day throwing down a $5 super sticker. Huge thank you to everyone who supports this show. You guys are super awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating. I will see you in just a couple of hours at 5 p.m. Nikki Maduro's show, The Nikki Maduro Show, cocktails, mocktails, and politics. It's going to be a good one tonight. I'm looking forward to spending that hour with you as well. Hour and a half, depending on how long we go. So The Nikki Maduro Show at 5 p.m. And then tomorrow back on the Mark Thompson Show is going to be a really fun one with Michael Snyder, Michael Schur, Friday Fabulous Florida, and then Tim Sika will be here on the after party tomorrow. Make it a great rest of your Thursday. If you're in a rainy area like I am, stay cozy and warm and safe, and I will see you in just a little bit right back here on the YouTube. For now, bye everybody. Bye. Bye-bye.
The After Party Live would like to thank the following contributors and viewers like you.
Oh, I forgot to ask you on your way out, please click the like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, please. I need you. Subscribe. Yeah, his mom did, and so did mine at one point. I'm gonna give it to you tomorrow. I promise I'll give it to you tomorrow.